A storm came in fast and hit the town hard. I was out of town, but came as soon as I heard. I was told that the storm had done some pretty major damage to our home stable, and that some of the horses may have escaped. Lucky for me, I was on Bullet. He's not afraid of anything. In fact, he loves the rain. The main stable door had blown off completely, but the stable hands had managed to get the horses back inside. I went to check on the princess's horse, which was in the royal stables around the back. The place was a mess, and there was no sign of Domino. We went to the lookout point to see if we could see her, but the weather was too bad and she had probably ran off scared. We rode as fast as we could to the castle. We had to tell the princess. Domino wasn't any ordinary horse. She was the most beautiful, magical horse you have ever seen, the last of her kind. The castle was also a very magical place full of history and magnificent artifacts from all over the world. But I was super scared to tell the princess that Domino was missing. After all, she was in our care, and we take pride in being the best. My heart was pounding. Okay, here I go. Where is the princess? I must speak with her at once. It's Domino.
I'm afraid she has not returned from her royal duties yet.
I'm sorry, my lady, I just don't know what to do. She has gotten out in the storm and I'm never going to find her.
It's okay, my dear. We will take Snowy. She will guide us to Domino. They share a special bond.
Oh, thank you, my lady. Thank you so much.
Snowy is facing to the north, so we must head that way.
Sure thing. Jump on, and we will head straight out. I hope you don't mind getting a bit wet. The rain was relentless. I could barely see in front of me with the rain hitting my face so hard, and the deafening sound of the thunder and the flashes from the lightning made riding so hard and super dangerous. But Snowy was still so calm and graceful. She led us through tunnels that were like giant rabbit holes. The princess's helper was getting cold. I could feel her shivering, and we finally stopped getting battered by the weather. But there was no time to stop. And even if we wanted to, Snowy wasn't going to let us stop. She was on a mission. The animals were the true heroes here. Bullet was amazing. He was giving everything he had, and even though it was Domino who shared a bond with Snowy, I could feel them working in perfect harmony. I didn't even have to guide Bullet. It was like he could just sense where Snowy wanted him to go. She really was a beautiful sight to behold, so majestic in flight. She had presence. A magical aura surrounded her, and even though I had no idea where she was taking us, I felt safe knowing she was there. Hold on, Domino. We are coming for you. The weather really was starting to take its toll now. My face was so sore, my hands were completely numb, and my butt cheeks had turned to jelly. Plus, for the last mile or so, it feels like the royal helper had been giving me a wedgie. We rode for what seemed like forever. Through some of the roughest terrain I've ever been on, through some of the strangest forests I've ever seen. We sure were a long, long way from our home stable. Please don't be too much further.
The owl had led us to a cave. It was creepy because there was still torches lit. Maybe some kind of old mine. There was an old hut just by the entrance, so I told Varsha to wait there and tend to the horse, whilst I go in and look for Domino. I knew she was here. I could feel her presence. Just like Snowy, you could just feel when they were close by. And it didn't take long to find her. She was hiding in the corner scared to death, but at least she had managed to get out of the weather. Even though she was super happy to see me, she isn't my horse, and we don't share the same bond as she does with the princess. I knew getting her to leave was going to be really tough. She was still very scared. She didn't want to walk, and I could feel how tense her whole body was. She was shivering worse than I had been the whole way here. We got to the entrance. But there was no chance she was going to leave. And I couldn't blame her. I didn't want to go back out there either. Then Snowy entered the cave. I felt Domino instantly relax. She knew everything would be okay as long as they were together. Domino reared herself towards Snowy, as if to say, "I'm ready now. Let's go."
We rode fast and hard. We had to get home fast. This storm was killing us, and I'm not sure how much more us, or the animals, could take. Not to mention my butt cheeks. Some of the paths were nearly unrideable, but we all stuck together, back down the same route we had came. Past the strange-looking trees, down a long road next to the sea, until finally we came to the beach. Bullet was so excited to be home. I'm surprised he had any energy left at all. The storm was still so fierce. But the stable workers seemed to have gotten things under control, and all the horses were back in the main stable. Even though the door was still completely missing. I was exhausted. And even though he wasn't showing it, I'm pretty sure Bullet was feeling it too. I took him home for some well-earned rest, and I think he earned himself a few sugar cubes tonight. I just couldn't wait to get out of this riding gear and get myself dry. And rest my butt cheeks on a nice comfy pillow.
In the meantime, I had taken Domino to the main stable. Her royal stable was still in no shape for her to go back to, and I thought that after everything she had been through, she would probably feel safer with all the other horses. And they also feel safer knowing she was with them too. She was their princess. I stayed with her all night, giving her some of her favorite treats and making her feel comfortable. She loved being brushed and showed attention. And I couldn't leave her with no door to stop her running off again. She was too precious, and it's not her fault that she's scared of this weather. I just hope this storm passes soon.
The next morning things were looking much better. All of the girls had rallied together to try and get the place fixed up. Even the rival riding clubs had joined together. Although I could hear them bickering like kids, I'm sure they meant good. I paused for a moment just to reflect on everything that had happened. The thought of going back to the castle was making me really nervous. The princess always so smart and kind, but was she going to blame me and the stables for what happened to Domino? We couldn't afford to lose her. The castle was even more magical in the daylight. I wasn't sure if I was going to see the princess or her helper. I wonder how she was. After all, she had been through just as much as the rest of us. As we approached the doors, a sinking feeling hit me straight in the stomach again. My heart was pounding and my palms sweaty. Even Bullet turned back and checked if I was okay. He had been so brave and amazing. I love him so much.
Hello, Vasho. I was hoping I would get to see you.
My lady, it's an honor to see you.
I've heard you've been on quite the adventure with my noble companions. I'm so grateful for everything you did last night.
I was merely doing my job.
Nonsense, Vasho. Without the bravery shown by yourself and Bullet, we may never have found Domino Atel. Many bad people have tried taking her before now, and nearly succeeded. I'm going to reward Bullet with our royal ribbon. It's the highest honor a horse can receive.
Wow. Thank you, my lady. It's such an honor.
She and Snowy are the last known of their kind. Their magic helps protect us all. Without them, the kingdom would be nothing.
We will always be here to protect them and the kingdom, your majesty.
Thank you, Vasho.
How do you like your new ribbon, boy?